Okay guys, so in this video we're going to be talking about land banking. Now land banking, the title of this article is Land Banking, something worth looking into, passive real estate investing. Now you can check this this blog post out at rulesforrebels.blogspot.com. The address is up here, I'll include it in the description as well. Let's read the definition here real quick. Land banking is a practice of buying land as an investment, holding it for future use, and making no specific plans for its development. So, there's a lot of different ways you can get into real estate. You can buy a rental house, you can rent it out to people, you're making income while you're renting it, and then if you decide to sell it down the road someday, your tenants have probably paid most of the equity into the house, plus you've collected a little bit of rental income on top of it, and then you can sell the property that essentially your tenants paid for down the road and reap a profit. So that's kind of nice because you're making money as you're holding it, and then also you have an investment vehicle that you can sell down the road. Now, land banking, on the other, one downside of land banking, I'll tell you right off the start, is basically a lot of times with land banking, you're looking at a 7 to 10 year period before you're going to cash out, and all that time that land's not doing anything for you. So let's just say I buy some vacant land. I'm not going to develop it or build a house on it or do anything. I'm basically buying this piece of land because I'm hoping that development continues. Just for example, we'll use the example that I was talking about, which was kind of in the Riviera Maya area of Mexico, down by Tulum, Playa del Carmen, things like that. Cancun's been big for years. Playa del Carmen, 10, 20 years was still kind of a sleepy fishing village, and that's kind of built up. Now you have like Acamel further south, which is a turtle beach developing. And I have a feeling probably within the next 20 years, the Riviera Maya is going to be developed all the way down to probably Belize. But Tulum is still a little bit sleepy, still has a different vibe. Even in the past few years, real estate values in Tulum have exploded. So I was wanting to buy some land in Tulum or somewhere between Tulum and Playa. And then as things develop, I know there may be plans of an international airport coming to Tulum. So potentially if you buy some land down there and someone wants that land for an airport or to build a highway, or someone wants to build a resort out there, or just as the area becomes more popular, land prices are going to go up. The problem with this, however, let's say I buy land on there, set aside any risks about, I don't know if Mexico has anything similar to eminent domain or how safe the land is or investing in real estate in a foreign country, but just in terms of the concept, let's say I buy some land down by Tulum. I'm just going to let it sit vacant. So say I paid 10 grand for the land. Every year, maybe property taxes, in Mexico they're pretty cheap, almost like $60 or $100 or something, but let's just say $100 for round numbers. So every year I'm paying $100 in property taxes for something I'm not using. So over the course of 10 years, that's $1,000 I paid in property taxes. Now Mexico, if you want to own land within, I think, 32 miles or 32 kilometers of the coast, it has to be held by a trust. Now that trust costs about $2 grand to set up. I forget if it's good forever, or if it has to be renewed every year, every 5 years, every 10 years. But let's say you got to renew that trust every couple of years. Well, now there's another expense. Now, is it possible someone could get injured on my property and it's a liability for me? Do I need to insure the property as well? So now I have taxes, insurance, maybe I got to pay someone to keep an eye on the property for me, make sure no one's doing anything on my property, insurance. So all these are expenses I'm incurring for 10 years, hoping that at the end I can sell it for a profit, where, that's different. Like, this is basically an investment that's draining you until it pays off, whereas something like being a landlord and renting a house out, you're making money along the way as well as at the end. But land banking is nothing new. It's been going on since the beginning of time. If you've ever watched the show Hell on Wheels with the railroads, all the corruption back in the day. But basically people knew a railroad was coming through. They'd get inside information, buy land along where it's going to come through for nothing, just vacant land in the middle of nowhere. And then, when the railroad comes through, all of a sudden that land's worth a bunch of money. And it happens in Chicago all the time, too. Politicians tell all their friends and business partners, we're going to buy this land down by the lakefront for the Obama library, and all the politicians and aldermen and everything run out and buy land, and then lo and behold, now we want to put an Obama library there, a Star Trek museum or something, and now all of a sudden that land's worth like 100 times what it was. So I think in order to really do good, even though it's probably illegal, in order to really do good in this, you probably need to have an inside source like so many other people do. But it can still be done just as a normal average Joe. You really got to know the area, find good deals, things like that. And there's a lot of land banking scams, whether it's an outright scam or even, I think a lot of times, raw land is sold for way above the value. So you may pay $6 grand an acre when in reality that land's only like worth $1,500 or something. So I haven't done a ton of research into this land banking stuff. I don't know a ton of stuff about it, but it's something that I've been hearing about recently and has kind of piqued my interest. When I first started thinking about it, I was particularly interested in the area down by Tulum, Mexico. But I've had some forum members on some forums I'm a member of tell me about some other areas as well. So I'll explore those and maybe report back and make another video. If you like this video, down at the bottom left, there's a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please click that subscribe button, which is also below the video. And check back for more videos. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.